Oh, Jamie was talking about something yesterday, and I started listening to this recent Sam Harris podcast, and it is fucking fascinating how much Russian troll farms and all these fake accounts and what they're trying to do. And one of the things they're trying to do is, what Jamie was saying was that kid with the MAGA hat with the Native American beating the drum in front of him, the image of that was posted by this website that turned out to be Brazil. A Russian troll farm.
But it was in Brazil.
Was it, Jim?
It was a blogger in Brazil.
Yeah, when CNN looked into it, they just kind of asked Twitter what's going on with this account, and by the time they'd asked them, they just suspended the account, so it's gone.
But you said they suspended the account because the account was a fake account.
They thought it was just posing as like a California teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her name was Talia.
Yeah.
But it was an actual blogger in Brazil.
Oh, so it was Brazil, it wasn't Russian?
No.
I wasn't sure.
No.
I just was sort of saying like it was pointing to a fake account of some.
But yes, they sow seeds of...
Yeah, well, they're trying to get people against each other.
Of course.
Like, they're doing that in America. Like, people need to understand that this is actually really happening. And
well, do we need their help, really?
Well, we
to
do.
turn against each other? Do we need the Russians' help?
Well, if you stop and think about it, has there ever been a time where the left and the right were more at each other's throats than right now?
CNN's enough. You don't need Russia.
Was there ever a time? But is CNN enough to really get people turned against each other like this? No fucking way. You need angry discourse online. And the way that comes from, there's an amazing Radiolab podcast about this where they talk to people that actually worked in these troll farms. And that these people were, they would both be left-wing and right-wing. And this is one of the things that they're talking about on the Sam Harris podcast. I think it's called War of Information. But they'll pose as like pro-choice people and say ridiculous shit.
Yes.
Like over-the-top ridiculous. And then they'll pose as pro-life people with like an American flag and, MAGA in the the hashtag MAGA and their heading. But they have nothing to do with that. They're just Russians. And they're just trying to get people riled up. And you see people jump on board and start chiming in.
But I was talking to a comic that we were talking about that I won't bring his name up, but he referred me to this Russian guy. I'm not going to remember his name, but this is a clip of this Russian guy who worked for the KGB, defected over here, and he was explaining how Russia does that.
Yeah.
And this was back in the 80s.
Oh, well, we do it too. Everybody does it. They all do it. Everybody does it. They fuck with the system in any way, shape, or form in order to achieve a desired result.
I think the Russians are the best at it, apparently.
Well, I just think they're way more dedicated to it. And they I mean, it's a sneaky way to go about doing things, too, because Russia doesn't have the kind of money that the United States has.
They got enough. They have, their economy is the size of Texas.
Yeah.
All they have is nuclear weapons. They're almost like a third world.
And a brutal dictator.
And a dictator.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. But as far as the economy and everything, they're like a third world shithole.
Yeah. They're like a small European country. But it's really interesting when you listen to these podcasts about how much effort they put into sowing discourse or discord, to getting people upset with each other, to starting arguments, and to saying things that are going to upset people in order to get the right versus the left.
Yeah.
To undermine democracy from the inside.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I mean, it's weird that it works, but it makes sense that it works. I mean, it's a sneaky ass strategy.
Yeah.
You think CNN does just as good a job?
Oh,
you really do?
Horrible.
But you're so right wing. You can't.
I'm not so right wing, John.
How right wing? Far right? Middle right?
I'd say
center. Right of center.
Not right of center.
Right of center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.